Good afternoon, good evening to everybody. We're going to do something different today. Before we get started, because I want to be the first one to get in on this new breaking news, is that there's a brand new YouTuber that you've got to watch, and he's got a hot new video out. So we're gonna check it out here.
So tonight, my wife is making me a classic Thai dish, the infamous Pat Grapao Gai. That is stir-fried chicken with Thai basil. And so we've got some onions, both yellow onion and green onion. We've got peppers, we've got the basil, we've got minced garlic, chicken, oyster sauce, soy sauce, a little bit of bouillon for extra flavor, and Thai white pepper. It's time to get down to business. Let's go.
Okay, I won't play the whole thing because the guy's he's a little bit of a he could be a prick, and he might give me a copyright strike. So I want to make sure he doesn't give me a copyright strike. So anyway, that's from Gator Jake. Hopefully he doesn't mind me playing it. That's his first video he's put out. So everybody join Gator Jake's channel. And he had a lovely assistant, although we didn't get to see her face, but I'm sure it's the same lovely wife that he has had for a long time. So anyway, to get started, hello everybody. I know Black Sheep, you are here. You said you might not make it. Al, Joe, Brock, Tommy J, E.T., how are you? Glad you could make it. Mark, glad you could make it. And Jake, of course. Who else? Mr. Mitch is in the house. Let's see. Gary's here. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Unless somebody just popped in. Xanderman did. How you doing? And there's Gator Jake's channel if you guys would like to subscribe, which I highly suggest. Because if he's smart, he'll put his gorgeous wife in all of his videos, and he should do extremely well because she's top notch as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, hey Jeff Hall, how are you doing? I don't know if I met you before, but hello. Let's see. I think I caught up. Anyway, so that was an interesting deal. I found out about that this morning. Hey Mark, how you doing? Yeah. So anyway, so let's see. Got some interesting news. The cousin that's doing the Thai kitchen is not going to be here till next Monday. The grandmother of the one, he had one worker that turned out with COVID, and he's, of course, quarantined, self-quarantined. And then I don't know, he had two, but I guess the other one, they've been waiting, and I think I talked about it the other day about giving his grandma, sending some food over there for his grandma, because they are all going over there after work every day. Well, she ended up passing away. So I guess they're going to have a bunch of stuff all week. And that's the way it goes. So hopefully, I don't know, boy, we had some wind blowing through here last night and a little bit of rain, but it was almost 97 Fahrenheit here in Surin yesterday. So the wet season, the rainy season, the hot season's here as far as I'm concerned. Because it was only like, not even 2 weeks ago, it was in the afternoon, it wouldn't get up above 80, 81, 82 maybe. So it's making a big change. So I'd like to get that done. They are starting to cook in my kitchen, which is giving me some extra motive also. Question. Yeah, I talked to her yesterday at work, and she said yes, she was going to ask, and then when I talked to her last night, she hadn't asked. So I asked her again this morning. This is on the knee that Black Sheep is reminding me of. And I reminded her again before she went. She just left about 15 minutes ago. And hopefully, I said, just ask them if I just got on the insurance. A pre-existing condition on his knees. Will the insurance pay for it? Because I don't know how else she's going to explain pre-existing. Of course, pre-existing is pre-existing, right? Whether you're in Thailand or in the U.S. But anyway, yes, I did. So I've been kind of on top of that. The deal on my passport, I'm going to wait till I get back from Koh Chang, and get it, send that in. I've got all the paperwork, everything's already done. So all I've got to do is come back and mail it off. Let's see. I did talk. Hey, Titastic, how you doing? I did. What was I going to say? Oh, my mind's gone. Oh, T and W and Udon. He's going to, and our family, wife, whatever, are going to go to. They're going to be in Koh Chang, so I think we're going to try to meet up, and which I'm sure we will, because he said he's going to be there in the beginning. Hey, Joe. All right, I will definitely let her know. She's in heaven, by the way, just to let you know. The next one, I'll get a video and send it to you. They're also, they appreciate everything. All my family, all Thai people, I think, in general. Why you tripping? How you doing? Koh Chang was my favorite, but haven't been back in 10 years. It's my favorite. I mean, I don't know. I saw it with Chuck. I mean, that's Chuck's favorite, obviously, and that's when we first went. And I think we've been there twice, and now we're going to go again. And I usually save that one for the whole family, because there's a lot of stuff for us to do, good places to eat. I like the island. Hey, there's T&W right there. They're making progress every day. Yeah, so on the Thai kitchen, I just gotta wait. My wife was curious on whether I was gonna lose my mind and, say get new people and all that. You know what? The guy needs the cousin needs the money, and I'm gonna keep it in the family. So I said let's let him see what happens on Monday. I like Kokut too. Yeah, they're all those. Last time when we went, the last time it was just me and my wife went, and we went to Comac, which I like too. We never made it to Kokut. That's why Chuck had made that on the weekend for when they all went there, for me, because I said, she's working, so I've already been to Koh Chang. She wants to go to Kokut, and I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, but it has to be on a weekend so that we can. She only has to take 2 or 3 days off of work, and we'll get 4 or 5, 6 days of a mini vacation. So it didn't work out, but we're gonna go. I don't know. Maybe we'll take a slow boat to China and go over there one day. I don't know if you can do that. Hey, traveler, how you doing? Be the first time to the Kois, yeah. You're gonna dig it, T&W. It's an awesome island. The only thing is, you just got to be really careful if you're gonna drive onto Koh Chang. Just be careful. There's a lot of. I would drive. We're going to be in the truck, and the truck's a manual. An automatic, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but there's a lot of big, steep turns, hairpin, beyond hairpin. And but if you're in the automatic, I almost lost it last time because the kids and my wife were saying, "You're going too fast. You're going too fast," and I slowed down, and I almost bit it. Came up around on a corner and was going too slow. Had to downshift, and we started rolling backwards, and I revved the engine completely up and burned the crap out of the clutch, but we got going. And yeah, just be careful if you're going to be driving there, or if you're going to get a scooter when you get there too. Just kind of watch it. Have an automatic, you're okay then. I think an automatic you'd be fine. We were just looking. We went and looked at. I guess the car that she wants is the Mazda 2. She wants the Mazda 2, the hatchback, which I think is the ugliest of all the cars we looked at. But it's definitely got the biggest motor. It's got a 1.3. I drove it. It drives fine. It's got all those sensors and bells and whistles. And the one thing that these have that I didn't see in the other ones was leather interior. And she likes the interior. So we'll probably get that one. It's the Nissan that we were Note. The Nissan Note was the one we were going to get. That was 590,000, almost 600, and this one's almost 690. So, but it's got a good they're giving a good thing for being a government employee and an interest rate, and because she's going to buy it, we'll put her down on it or whatever, but we'll have a payment on it. So wiped out on a scooter, yeah. Not hard to do, Al. Not hard to do. I seen it. Um, don't pull it. Yeah. You just got to be careful. That's all. It is probably the steepest and the most severe hairpin that I've been on in Thailand. But I haven't been a lot of places, but definitely there was the most. So let's see. How's it driving a car? I'll tell you what. The biggest thing for me was not so much driving on the rung. I had driven the scooter for a while, then for about 8 months, and then that's when I got together with Nitnoy and moved to Surin. And then she had the truck, a 4-door Isuzu. God, I forget what they are. Max, I don't know, the big truck, diesel. And the biggest thing for me was shifting with my left hand. I mean, I was a hot rod and Mach 1, 69, Boss 302, Camaro, anything, Corvette, shift them up, go crazy, have fun. And boy, with your left hand, I that was the hardest thing for me to get used to. Driving on the opposite side of the road to me, for being from America, wasn't all that tough. I screwed up a couple of times when I was on the scooter, and luckily I was in Kamala. There wasn't much traffic in the outskirts of town, and I made sure that when I first started driving the scooter, I wasn't like in major traffic. And after that, the first couple of days on the scooter, I was okay. It's still your mind still on it. Now I know when I think it was James Chocolate Man in Thailand, when he went back to Seattle, he said he thought he was going to have a weird time, driving, getting used to driving, but he said it was okay. It just kind of, I think he said that it all kind of came back. That's what I'm hoping, because I have been back in 2.5 years. Probably going to be close to 3 years before I get back to visit anybody. So we'll see. But yeah, that was the hardest thing, is a manual. I would suggest that's why another reason I want to get the little cars. I want an automatic. I would not go without the truck though. We use the truck all the time. Question. See, Zenderman knows. You put it up. Why did you choose Surin? Yeah, exactly. That's where my wife is. That's where the kids are actually going to private school in Bangkok, but her family's here. They're originally from Ubon, but they've been in Surin forever. I think most of her family's in Ubon. There's quite a bit here, but not like most Thai families, where they've got hundreds. My wife maybe has, she has a lot, maybe 20, 30 in here. But yeah, definitely the reason. That's like the only thing that's not checked off on my list is not being at what's behind me, not being by the ocean. That's it. For everything else, I couldn't ask for anything more. Dead slow in F1. Yeah, exactly, Mark. And what are you going to get? You were talking about, you're thinking about your future wife has and you have the small car, and that's what we're going to get, the little one. But what are you guys looking at? You said you might get a bigger one. Jake, let's see, question. I like this question thing. Catches my eye. When are you head straight? Yeah, exactly. She was supposed to find my wife's that past $500 scissors, because it's a lot easier with those little with the little scissors to get the regular scissors. They butcher it. So, and I haven't found the number 2 or 3 head for my shaver yet either. But within the next couple of days, maybe I'll do it after I get done today. Okay, Fortuner. So you're getting something bigger that you can fit everybody in. Yeah, that's the only problem with the small car. If we do go someone, like when we go to Koh Chang, we're gonna have to take the truck. They can all fit in the truck. They're crammed, but I don't think they're all gonna fit in the car. Of course, you never know with Thai people. They can get 50 people in places you think only 2 should be. And blame the wife. Santa. Good morning. Hey, Tom. How you doing? Let's see. Is there anybody? I want to say. Oh, You want Mitch? You want to come in? No. Let's see. No one's coming. Okay. Um, let's see. Who else? Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. So anyway, so that's the big breaking news was the them not coming to work on that. I do have trying to get the money together to start the plunge pool because I was hoping that was going to be the first of um, of the of next month, but that isn't going to happen. Hey, Mark's here. Let's say hi to Mark. Let me put it here. Let's put here. He can tell us about his car. Hey, Mark.
Good.
What's up,
Good
brother?
morning, everybody. Apologise for the way I look. I've had a late night and late out of bed today, so I haven't had a swim or a shower yet. How are we all? How are you, Dave?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Going very good. Going very good.
So you're going to go with the Fortuner. That's the same one that Chuck has, right? But a new one. You're going to
Um,
buy a brand new.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's the wagon. So look, I've always been a Toyota. I've always been a Toyota man. All my company vehicles have been Toyotas, and all of my private vehicles, apart from the old muscle Ford V8s back when I was a bit younger and a little not so much up here, have always been Toyota Land Cruisers as well. So,
Yeah, definitely excellent vehicles.
mm, mm,
Definitely, not a doubt in my mind. I'll tell you, I had Toyota Celicas when I mean, years ago, talking like 79s and stuff like that, and you couldn't kill them. And then the
no,
Honda Accord I had too, and the Honda Accord was the same way. So I don't know. A lot of this stuff out of Japan probably makes some of the best cars around. I mean, I don't hate to say it, but it's the truth. So, but we went and looked at Honda. It was okay, but the deal on for me it is partially money. I mean, I don't want to. This is actually the one we're going to buy is the highest priced out of all of them. The
mm,
Honda was the same price, 699. The other ones was what I say 560 on the Note, and I think the cheapest one was the which one did we go look at? I can't remember. We looked at the MG, but the MG the it's really weird. The MG here in Surin, they don't have the MG2. They have an MG2, an MG3, an MG5, obviously bigger, bigger, bigger,
mm.
and they don't have. I said, oh well, when are you going to get them back in? No, we don't have them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
I
I
guess they're
took
done with
the
them.
I took my missus's car. There's a mechanic here that my good friend Tom put me onto. So he's a pommy bloke, but he's got his own garage. But obviously, proper business is set up with. He's got tyres working for him.
Right,
But I took the car in there for a real good once over and get a little bit of work done. So he changed some tie rod arms on the front for me. It's a 2015, 2000, no, 2016 Vios. And he said, Mark, that car will go for, another 150,000 kilometres. It's been well looked after.
right,
Um, you know, so he changed the tie rod arms over for me, put some new oil in there, gave it a grease and oil change and the once over, and so that car will be for the missus to come from here to work and backwards and forwards, and yeah, I'll get myself a truck. Call them a truck, but it's not a truck. It's a wagon.
well, that's a
But
good
yeah,
plan.
I'll get
That's a
myself a
good plan.
Fortuner.
No
So.
doubt. Let's see what Gator Jake has a question here. What does he say? Sup, kid and I are thinking of buying a Subaru. I don't know. I didn't even see a Subaru dealer here, in
Yeah,
at least in Surin.
to be honest, Jake, I haven't seen too many new ones out. I have seen some old ones that young blokes have, they go and put a 10-inch exhaust pipe coming out the back of them and lower them and have the wheels tilted on an angle like that and burn up and down the street in them. But I haven't seen any relatively new ones, to be honest. But Subaru make a great car. The
Yeah, they do.
WRX back in the day were one of the fastest cars on the road in Melbourne.
The-
So.
yeah, definitely a good car too. I don't know. She really likes this Mazda. First, she was hooked on the Nissan Note, and that had all the bells and whistles pretty much too, except for the interior. But she changed her mind. Somebody's told her this is a better one, this is the best one, this is whatever. So I guess I told her whatever, it isn't going to make that much difference. So get what you want, what you want to drive. But she said, well, I want you to take it. So if you want to go to Rayong or visit Mark or visit to John Tien, you could take the car. I said, why would I take the car if when I've got the bike? She doesn't want me to ride the bike. So the reason she's getting the car is for her to get back and forth to work without getting rained on, which I wanted to do anyway. But she's thinking that if I want to go to visit you guys in Pattaya, that I'll take the car, which it might be right. I mean, if it's rainy season, I probably won't jump on the Forza to get rained on all the way there and back. But other times of the year, I probably would want to. I mean, she doesn't understand two wheels to me. I've been on two wheels forever. It's part of it's in my blood. So I don't know, but so she is right. I mean, yeah, if it was raining out, I would jump in the car and come down there. It would be a lot better than driving that truck. I just don't. I'm tired of shifting. It isn't that big of a deal when you're going on the open road, but around town and going over here, and believe it or not, yeah, exactly. But with the truck too, because it's a manual. But it's, I didn't realize that how much we were gonna, because I was thinking about getting rid of the truck and getting something like you're talking about. Fortuna fits the family comfortably. No one's, on top of each other. Blah blah blah. But after that and looking at it, you think, oh, okay, well, I only use it a couple times a year. I just rent something. We use that thing all the time. All the time.
And when I first came here, I was dead set on getting a bike, like one of the Kawasaki Z650s, the retro, sports type bike. But and now that I'm here, look, I jump on. I got a Honda Wave here. Wave or a Click? No, it's the Click. It's the Click. Sorry. And I'll jump on that and I'll whip down to Tom's on it, and I'll whip down to the beach on it. The thing, I've had it up to, make sure the missus is not listening, I've had it up to 95 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, yeah. Go. Those Clicks are phenomenal. When I bought the first one, and like I said, I have got a Scoopy now for my around town, and that thing takes me at 90 kilometers around Surin. And I put that big shad box, same one that I have on the Forza, the 45 liter, on the back of it. It's perfect. I wouldn't change. Although I liked my PCX, it was awesome. The Click is awesome too. The Honda. That's the reason that she told me go buy a brand new Forza if you're going to go out, because, like I said, I'm just guessing there's over 15 Honda dealers just here in Surin, and I want to say there's more like 25. So it's like every corner you go on when you get into town is a Honda dealer.
Yeah,
well, it
Honda
makes it nice
711, Honda 711,
exactly.
Honda 711.
I
was going to say, but my mind's changed since I got here. I live in Ban Chang now, and I joined the Ban Chang Facebook page, and I'm thinking, for the amount of rides that I will probably do, you can go and hire a Honda 300 or a Honda 350 Forza, for a week for a couple of $1,000. And I'm thinking, I reckon the majority of the time it's going to sit. Now it'd be nice to have. It's going to be sitting here in the garage, in the carport. Sorry, where if Nan's gone off to work in the Vios, and Tom says, listen, I need to head down to Finnegan's, or I need to head over to John Tiem, let's go. Because at the moment, Tom picks me up. I mean, I feel guilty all the time because no one needs the car. But I'm thinking, if I've got the Forza, I'll say, no, mate, my turn, I'll pick you up when we'll go. And I'm probably going to use the car more, not from laziness, but like yesterday, hopped on the bike, had to get a wet weather jacket out because it was It looked like it was going to be belting down. Now, I don't mind riding in the rain, but I think just through convenience, I'm going to use the truck or use the Fortuna more than what I'm going to use like a Forza 350 or a Kawasaki Z650.
No, that's it. Well, Mitch did it too. We went on that 8-9 day ride. If you did that 2 or 3 times a year and you had to spend 2,000 or 3,000 baht for the whole year, you spent 10,000 baht and went on the 4 rides you really wanted to go on with everybody. Otherwise, it's going to sit. Mine's going to sit. There's no doubt. I take it out once in a while. Otherwise, it's got a brand new cover on it. It's sitting underneath the cover deal, and it's sitting there. I drive the
Yeah.
Scoopy. The Scoopy
Yeah.
is a 110, I think, and like I said, it jumps up. It'll do 90, 95 kilometers with me down the main drag. Not in town, of course, but it goes in and out of traffic. I like the way, kind of like the retro look of it. Versus, but if I would have rather had my choice, I would have kept my PCX. I really
Yeah.
like that PCX.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the 150, and now they make a 160
well,
PCX.
as you know, like we bought the daughter last year, start of last year, 2021, a brand new Scoopy. I took it for a
Yeah.
ride when I got over here. Man, it looks, it's a small pocket rocket, but I tell you, it's got some go in it. It's got some
That
go.
mine's a 2018,
Mhm.
and the brother that did the Wave restoration for me, the 100S, that my wife's first bike, had that completely redone, and he's in Ubon. He called me up and said, "You want another one?" I had a Click, and I ended up giving the Click to the brother, the cousin that's as a bonus, the cousin that's doing the outdoor or the kitchen, and because it was an older one, it was 2009 or 10 or something like that. But it ran good, ran great. And he said, "I got this deal here where it's an older couple. They've had it from brand new. It's got 20,000 kilometers on it, and they want 18,000 baht for it. So I mean that's nothing for 2018 with 20, and it runs great. I was
Yeah.
surprised like you were. I jumped on it and went, okay, this thing's gonna go like 2 miles an hour, with me on it, and
Yeah.
it hauled me all around. Hey Jim, Jam's here, and who else? Tommy. I don't know if I said hello to you. Let's see if I catch up on.
DJ.
Yeah, there's
And the
DJ.
other thing, Dave, is storage. We've got a double carport, and I can have the Fortuner, and I can have the Vios, and down one side, because the Click is a small assed
Right.
motorcycle. But you have a look at it. If I was to buy the Z650, or I was to buy the 350 that you've got, it's got a
Yeah,
big
they're
bum
big.
off. So
Yeah, they are very big.
it's a big bike. It's a big
Yeah,
bike.
no doubt.
And I see petite little Thai women driving these Forza 350s on them, and they're like this, and the bike's like that. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I
I
would
love
really,
it.
like I said, I'm totally happy with the Forza. I got
Thumbs
no
up for
complaints.
Tom. He just sent me a
Where's Tom?
message. Che-
Oh, did
Cheers.
he?
He said
But
he said to me, "I don't need to feel guilty. That's what friends do," and it's true. But it's true. So yeah,
I
it's
think he
what
likes
it's
the
what
he likes the company too. I mean, you guys get to sit
uh
in there and
you know
bullshit all the way down and back. I would
Yeah,
anyway.
and he puts up with my crap. He's a very tolerant man. So,
When are you guys going? Do you going? When do you guys do it? Every Friday? Is that when you try
well,
to get together? Or
yeah, we try. But sorry, Tom, I might have to pull the pin again on this Friday. We've got one around. Long. I've got family coming down. I've got family
uh,
coming. So yeah, coming down from Bangkok. I don't know whether they're coming on. If they're coming Wednesday, going home Thursday, all good. But if they're coming down Thursday, going home Friday, not so good. But
now I was going
anyway,
to ask you something too. Your daughter
yeah.
is going to college, right now? She
So
started
she's in
college.
college at moment in Rayong City. It's called RTech. It's a technical college. It's a computer and science technical college.
Technical.
Um,
Does she come and stay with you on the weekends, or does she just stay? I know they're 18, 19 years old.
yeah, well, she's 17, and I was
They're
only
ready.
talking to Nam the other day, and I said, you know what? I've been here for nearly 7 months or 7 months, and I've seen the daughter like a handful of times. And then anyway, that we had to go into Rayong, and we went to the old shop, because we still got the old shop in. Big news! We've got a new shop here in Bunchang, but we
Oh,
went to
cool.
the old shop in Rayong, and lo and behold, the daughter's there, because there's a washing machine there washing all of her clothes, because she won't pay the 25 baht across the road to wash her clothes. But yeah,
It's smart.
she's gonna come down. I'm gonna go and pick her up on probably Sunday morning, and she's gonna come down and spend maybe 1 or 2 days with us
Cool.
here. So
Yeah, the kids are here now until my understanding. They still haven't given me a firm thing, but I think the end of April they're here. And they did cancel. I changed the trip from the middle of April to the beginning of April because I believe. Well, that I don't know. Maybe it's not canceled yet. Maybe I'm premature. But she's supposed to go to Chiang Rai and do a traditional Thai dance expedition or exposition. I don't know. Anyway, she's supposed to go there and dance, but I don't know if she's going to go or not now. Although they are easing stuff up, we can talk about that in a little while too. Going back and forth. What did I miss? Oh yeah, Mitch is still talking about getting one. You know what I've seen? You want to come on? Let's see. We can bring Mitch on. Let me try.
Oh,
Do
both bikes
this.
are nice, Mr. Mitch and
Yeah,
your
you
mate.
know, I didn't. I still want to find out. Let's bring Mitch in. I still want to find out, Mitch. I'm almost positive that bike that James was on was a 300. I'd like to know if it was a 300 or not because I'm almost positive it was a 300, not a 350.
I believe it was. I think I recall him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
saying it
if
was a
that's the
300.
case, I've seen the 300s now, 2020s, whatever it was, the 300s, just a tick over 100, 110, 115, and that's almost half price of a brand new 350 at 180. So it's it would be what I would do. I would like to ride the 300, but from what I saw with James, and James is no lightweight small person.
No, I was on a 300 also. The orange
Yeah,
one
and
was a 300.
it pulled around fine. So
I mean,
I would, if it was mine and I was paying cash for it,
Uh-huh.
I would definitely look at the newer body style because I like they lengthen the frame a little bit, and I think it looks better than the older ones. But I would definitely look at a 300 for the dollar value, I guess.
Me too, Yermo Joe, but I just can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, like I
I'd
said,
love to have it twin.
You know,
and the
too.
Ducati that I'm. Anyway, that's just a
as I said, look,
teaser.
that clicker.
That's a teaser.
Go ahead.
I'm not a small bloke either. I'm 6 foot tall and I weigh 94 kilo, and that click gets me up to, without any effort at all, gets me up to 90 k's. You treble the capacity. I go from a 125 to a 300. I mean, that's easy going to take get me up to cruising speed of 100 110 k's as you've done in your videos. Both
I'm
you and
100.
Mitch.
I'm 120. I'm 120 over 120, like 123 kilos, and that little 110 takes me at 90 to 95, and I got no problem on the 350 whatsoever. Plenty of now. James jumped on Bruce's 750. I would never even do that because I would probably like the extra throttle, but the 350 has plenty, and I'm not gonna even try. Why? I've been on fast motorcycles before, and you don't need it. If you're planning on cruising at 100 kilometers, 110, hopefully my wife's not listening, but on the way back I was 125 on the way back, that 11-hour trip, and it did fine, and I still had throttle because you need to have a little bit of throttle to get you out of trouble, no matter what speed you're at.
Speed is your greatest ally in Thailand, right?
Yes.
If you're sitting at a set of traffic lights, if you can jump anywhere, anyone who's ridden motorbikes as much as I have, and Mitch and Dave will tell you, speed's your greatest ally. So
It is, and like I said, go ahead, Mitch.
Getting out of power to get out of trouble, to get out of the slot, so to speak.
Yeah.
Especially with a tag along on the back. Okay, I'm used to riding my 155 little Yamaha, but when I got company, it's like, holy shit, I shouldn't have pulled out. You know what I mean? It's like, so a
That slows
300,
it down a little
350. To get around 125 thing, Dave would talk about 125. Just say a Benjamin and 25, and then you won't have any idea what you're talking about. Right.
Well, you know what it is with me. Like in your case, Mark's is a little bit different, but your case is a little different. But I would say if you could spend 100, right around 100,000, on something, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. To some people, that would be way out of line. It's too much money. Blah 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 blah. A couple 100,000 gets into me. I don't really want to spend that out of pocket. Like me, I got a loan on mine from my wife. She went in there. We put the down payment, and I'm paying monthly on it. So I don't care. But if I was buying something outright, I would definitely look at the 300, and I would definitely look at their low kilometer bikes too. It was somebody that bought it. Now they don't ride it. They want to get rid of it, and it's got
Just collecting dust. Yeah.
yeah 10,000.
Vanderman's got a couple
kilometers
of good points. A 300, the name for a 300 Spartan, that would be a good name. For any see something 300, the Spartan. And then also speed can be your worst enemy. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's like
what was my biggest asset
I was going
when I
5
was
miles an
growing
hour.
up, from when I was 17, actually when I had the 350s, but when I got my Harley, my first Harley, at 16, all the way up through my biking life was loud pipes, man, straight pipes. All you got to do is grab that clutch and hit that throttle, and I've had cars moving into me just move away. And you can't do anything quicker than go, boom, boom, and that loud pipe comes out, and them cars move away. I don't know how many times. I want to say over 100 times it saved my life. Over 100.
There's one thing I got to say. In Thailand, I did say speed is your greatest asset, getting away from trouble. But what I found in Thailand is that there's always someone willing to go a hell of a lot faster than what you are. And these
Sure.
are on in construction zones, where you're doing 40K, someone will come past you at 140. There's always, and you just, that your greatest asset is this.
Yeah, everywhere.
Looking in
Like
the
I said,
mirrors.
I've been a defensive driver. I grew up right outside of Los Angeles, so I've been a defensive driver for. That's probably why I'm still alive. I think I told you guys this story before, but when I had my Sportster, which was my first one, it was actually 15 and a half, and it had straight pipes on it. And I don't know about how it is in Australia, but I got pulled over numerous times with loud pipes, okay? And we would get a ticket. Then you would have to go to the highway patrol, fix the sound of the pipes, and they would sign off on your ticket. You pay whatever fine it was, $10 or whatever it was, and you'd go on your way. Well, what I used to do is on the back side of the pipe, I had a little bitty, like quarter 20 screw that would go up into the pipe, the straight pipe. And I don't know if you know what the stuff you clean pots with, the stainless steel mesh
Scouring
stuff.
pads, yeah.
I would cram those in there and then put the screw up behind it so it couldn't go out. So the one time I went there, the highway patrol guy was he was pretty funny. He's going, okay, start it up. So I started up and things going thump, 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 nice and quiet. He goes, okay, rev it up, and I go thrum, thrum. He goes, no, rev it up. Thrum, thrum. He comes over there and grabs that throttle, and wham, and this shit just blows out into the parking lot. And he started laughing. He grabbed the thing, signed it off, and said, "Get out of here." He was a pretty good. You run into good people every once in a while. But yeah, it was a fun time.
Back in the day, my young driving was heavily influenced by Mad Max. So I had the big GT Falcon Interceptor, the 2-door, and I had Kawasaki Z1R Mark II, and I had a 4-into-1. I think it was called a Stay Tune, if I remember rightly, exhaust system. But that thing was loud, and I got a notice in the paper by I think it was the police. I'm way back. And they say you got to take your bike into a service centre and get your exhaust pipes checked because we think you're too loud. So I was talking to him. I was still an apprentice. I was talking to my tradesman, and he said, "Listen, go and get yourself a square yard of chicken wire." And he said, "Take your exhaust off, put all the chicken wire in there and shove that into the same what you did with the scouring pads.
Right,
Shove
right.
that into the exhaust pipe.
Yeah, steel
Slowly
hose.
rode down to the service centre. And look, I don't quote me, but let's just say the cutoff was 100 decibels. My bike came in at 99 decibels. It came in 1 decibel under, and he kicked it.
Wow.
Okay, take that back to the police. You're okay to go. Got back home, pulled the
Wow.
shit out, and then rode a little bit more sedately.
Well, we used to go. It was really weird because
Oh,
when
yeah,
I don't
jam,
know how
yeah.
it was or how it is in Australia, but when I was growing, when I was 15 and a half, you were able to get your motorcycle permit, and on that motorcycle permit, you could drive by yourself, which was stupid. I could have went out and got a Ninja or something and not even known how to ride a bike and jump on it, which that's a whole nother story. But anyway, and you couldn't drive after dark, and you couldn't drive with anybody on the bike. And of course, what did we do? We drove after dark with girls on the back of we had 350 Hondas. I told that before. We were like our own little club. There was 5 of us. We all had CB 350s, either 69s, 70s, or 71s. And we had a ball on them. I only rode mine for about a half a year when I got the Sportster. And then I only had the Sportster for, God, how long? Maybe 6 months, and I got my Panhead. I think I got a couple people here. There's the latest YouTuber on the block, and Brock. Hey, what's up? I like your video, Jake. If you can hear me, he's been there a while. I think
Hey, Brock.
I missed him. Sorry about
Hey,
that.
Jake.
I just
Good
caught
morning, gentlemen and Jake.
when Brock clicked in and the noise went off. I looked down and you were there, and I'm going, oh shit.
Okay, here we go.
How long has he been there?
This is a good one. There's
What is
a
it?
story of a lovely lady who was busy.
Yeah, well, they said we could have 10. I was surprised too because they have a new thing, and I don't think I'm eligible for it, but I can run 2 cameras. So I'm going to check into it. I think I said the other day I was going to check into it, but of course I haven't yet. Let's see.
I bet you haven't looked into your passport either.
No, I did look into the passport, and like I said earlier, I did check. She's checking on my knees to see if a pre-existing condition if they'll give me the operation, and I'm going to Koh Chang the first week of April, so I don't want to take the chance of sending it off and not getting it back on time. So what I'm going to do, she's already gotten the paperwork. The paperwork's already filled out. I've already gotten the pictures that I need, and all I've got to do when I get back is throw it in an envelope and mail it off, and I'm on my way. So I kind of did, but I did procrastinate on a lot of other stuff. But that was it. Everybody likes your haircut, bro, or at least Anna.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy.
So Jake, how does it feel to be the hottest YouTuber creator on YouTube right now?
I'm just the newest. I'm just playing around with it. It's funny.
Good. I thought it was great. There's nothing wrong. I think cooking stuff is great, and it looks like obviously your wife's like every other Thai woman that I know. They love to cook and feed their spouses.
She doesn't want to be on camera, Dave. So
I
that's
kind of
why.
figured. I kind of figured that.
I mean, like many Thai women, they're very shy. She's like, yeah, I'm fine with you watching my hands cook, but yeah, I'm not there.
I kind of figured that.
Like, so we had to negotiate a deal there because I want.
You did a good job.
I'm figuring this is benign video, right? It's something you can try out just to.
Sure,
I
think you did a great job. You did better than mine.
And
go look at one of my cooking videos. They suck. So yeah, I think you did a great job.
What do you use to edit your videos that aren't your live streaming? What do you use?
What's that? I'm sorry.
I said, what do you use to edit your videos that aren't your live streams? The ones.
I use a thing called Mode. I want to spell it right. So it's kind of off the beaten track, and let me see. I'm going to say Movavi video suite.
Okay.
It's an editor and a bunch of. It's kind of an off the wall. And I was going to try other ones and stuff like that. And I actually talked to James about it. And James said, if you're happy with what you got, screw it. You know, I mean, just use what you got. But I
downloaded DaVinci Resolve, which is what James uses and Martin from NDTVI uses.
Right.
And I feel like I need a computer engineering degree to figure that thing out.
All right, I'll tell you what. On my iPhone, and I imagine that you can get it on whatever deal is. Power Director. It's free.
Yeah.
Except it'll put a little like up in the corner up here.
Little
if you
logo.
don't pay for it. Yeah, you gotta have the logo deal. But you can do everything right from your phone. You can film it. You pop it right into the editor. You press go to YouTube. It goes right to YouTube. You don't have to do anything other than have your phone.
Well, I've used Capwing for a number of things for about 2 years now, and I use that to edit the video and upload the music for what the Pot video, and it worked out fine. So I mean,
cool. Yeah, as long as whatever works is the best one as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
Randy,
don't fix it.
Sorry
Randy's
for the work party.
setting the president. He's setting the president for everybody. I'm saying that wrong too. I can't talk this morning. Thank you, Randy. On the panel, we will chat afterwards. Yes.
And then take your bed out.
Did I miss anybody? If anybody comes in, make sure that you say something or do a private deal, because when it fills up the bottom like this, where on mine you can't see it.
Okay.
Everybody, when somebody comes in, it comes down below, and I have to slide up and down. Oh, did you?
All right.
God, I've
Jake
got big all of a sudden.
Yeah, Jake.
Hey, I see.
Jake's-
Long time no see. How you doing?
Who you see?
I see.
Oh, I
I
see.
see.
my
There's
side.
Jake's back.
I'm messing with you. Aztec in the house.
Hey,
How's Melbourne? I miss it.
Oh. Everybody's up here now.
That's me. Oh yeah.
Sure you miss it.
Good question is, how are you doing?
I told you guys, if you guys haven't, I talked to Mitch about this the other day. My cousin called me, or I called him 3 days ago. And that's the one I grew up with, where his birthday's coming up. We're 6 months apart. We grew up together. We partied together. We were close. Okay. And I try to talk to him at least 3 times a month, and I haven't talked to him in a while. Anyway, I get him on there, and he's telling me about these shows, and he's going this Yellowstone with what's his name in there, Kevin Costner, and I swear to God, it's a hybrid between the real cowboy and the real mafia, and they're both intertwined. Anyway, I watched all 4 seasons of it in 2 days, and now I'm on a thing that is the interim to that they did afterwards, which is called 1883, and Sam Elliott's in it, and Faith Hill and her husband, what's his name? He does a lot of cowboy stuff. He's the main character too. He's a singer too. Anyway, it's pretty good. But
I'm not gonna look. I know his name. Oh my God.
I know, I'm horrible. Faith Hill and yeah. Well, anyway, if you get a chance and you like, it's set in this era, the Yellowstone, and he does a great job. But the other supporting actors around him, his daughter, the one that plays his son, they're all outstanding. And it had me from the first 2-hour pilot. I couldn't stop. I had to shut the TV off
Tim
so I could go
McGraw,
to
that's
sleep
it.
at night. Tim McGraw.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen it, I would definitely plan on binge watching it. Now, I watched it on the thing that Tom got me, but I think it's on Netflix, right, Mitch? I think it's a Netflix.
It is not on Netflix, unfortunately, because I was looking last night and I was like, "Oh,
it
man,"
is awesome.
Because I was ready for some distraction.
It was awesome.
So
I'm thinking about watching it again. So
I'll be
that's how good it was.
I'll be talking to Tom on Friday. Note to self: talk about TV.
it was reasonable, and what I got was all the sports is what I mainly wanted. But the movies are great too, and you get everything on this package. So I would definitely talk to him. I don't know. Was it you T and W that worked with Tom on getting the same thing that I got now? I did get it. I think it was T and W that Tom helped get the same thing. It's fairly inexpensive, and it's awesome. Everything, every channel, every sports event, everything. So we'll see. But it was excellent. But that Yellowstone, I can't say enough about it. Maybe I will watch that again.
Love shows like that. Love them.
Yeah, that's how shitty my life is. That I've got to binge watch shows here in the middle of Surin. I can't meet up with friends and have lunch.
Joe. Great question, Dave. He's talking about, did you have TV? They just started talkies.
When Dave we didn't have sound, but we did have TV. Let's see. I remember all the shows. Howdy Doody. I remember a lot of stuff that I probably, and it's really weird because you got to remember the end of the 60s and the 70s into the 80s are pretty much a blur. That was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. My mind's a complete deal. What did I miss that Randy said?
It was funny. I was talking to Mum just before I came to Thailand, and talking about TV, and she said, you never had TV when you were a kid. And I said, why is that? She said, we didn't get TV until 1974. It was when we had power put on the farm. Before 1974, we were running off a 32-volt Lister generator. So
it was.
It wouldn't power the old Pi 3-in-1 TV. So.
I'm trying to think if I believe. When did color come? When did color really come big?
Late 70s.
I'm trying to think.
Mid 70s.
Was it? Yeah, because I'm trying to think back.
It depends on where you lived.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff I remember, like Gunsmoke and Half Gun Will Travel and stuff like that, was black and white. If I remember right. Either that or the drugs that I was on at that time weren't as good as I thought they were.
McHale's Navy. I remember watching McHale's Navy, black and white.
So I think when I first started, I can almost remember the first time the old man brought back a television, and I think it was black and white. Maybe it was color. I don't know. 74-ish, huh, Brock? Is that what you think?
Well, Google. Yeah, I already knew about Fantasia and color motion pictures like in '39, but what am I thinking of?
Yeah, I
1953.
Well,
TV shows?
RCA, the first color TV, but I know it didn't become mainline.
What was the other one that I can remember watching was Andy Griffin?
1975.
Yeah, Andy Griffin. I remember watching in that, and Car 54. Where Are You? And these are all ones that you got to be an old bastard to remember. But I remember watching those all in black and white. So I don't know. I don't have to.
Wow.
So it was 74 in Australia.
Regular color broadcast began in 1980 with full-time. Holy crap! I'm old. Holy crap!
Then that means all the drugs that I did, I completely lost the 70s. The 70s are completely gone from my brain because I lost 10 years somewhere.
Now the next question is, will I make the 70s?
Yeah. You know what's really weird is that when I was younger, I want to say like 35 or 40 years old, and I was thinking, God, will I still be alive in the year 2000? And then it was, am I still going to be alive in the year 2020? And here I am. It's weird, man. I can't. Being 65 years old is just freaking me out. But especially when I've got, thank God I have my wife. Thank God. And like I said, man, I don't know. I hate to be a.
Have a good night, Jam. And Jam, see ya.
Jam going? See you, Jim. See you, Jam. I have to go to bed. All right, we'll see you soon. Hopefully, I think you're coming fairly soon. But
take care.
I don't know.
There's my pretty face.
That is correct. Color came to Australia in 1974. Yeah, I remember. The only thing that I remember movie-wise was I think that I watched The Wizard of Oz in black and white, and then it shifted to color halfway through. Correct?
Oh,
Halfway through the movie,
You
it
know,
went to
someone
color.
with my mystical powers should know that, The Wizard of Oz. But that's
Yeah,
one I
yeah,
don't know.
exactly. That's right. You were in that, right?
Yeah, I was. We represent the lollipop guild. But you won't recognize without the wig. I mean, it's hard to tell.
But I think it was, if I remember right, when it came out halfway through the filming of that, they got color, and it went to color. It went to
Oh,
color
wow.
because in the middle of the movie, in the middle of
I
that.
remember. I remember going to see it. We were up visiting friends in a place called Seymour.
Lost in Space. Yeah, yeah. That's true.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
I
watched
can't
Lost in
remember if
Space
it
in
changed the
black and
color,
white.
but
Da 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 da. What's that
What
from?
other old movies do we have? Let's see how old everybody is.
Jetsons.
Lost in Space, I really.
Oh man, that was good. You're on it,
Clement Brock, very good.
George. I got to get one of his showers. Dave almost has
He-
it.
His son,
I
was
know.
it his son Elmo? His son Elmo? No.
Elroy.
No.
El-
Elroy.
Elroy, I think. Elroy.
His daughter
Yep,
Judy. No, his wife Judy.
Oh my God. Okay, what was
it
his
his
dog's
wife or
name?
Judy?
Oh, I don't know. Sprocket? No, that was the boss.
Spacey Sprocket is where he worked,
That's
right?
where he worked.
Oh,
Yeah, there's Gary says the Wizard of Oz shifts to Technicolor when the house lands in. Yeah, that's right, right?
Oh,
About 30 minutes.
Gary.
oh yeah, but that was intentional, right?
They
It wasn't like-
didn't.
It wasn't like,
didn't-
oh, hey, guess what? We got color. Let's start color. I
No.
think that was the theme.
Because
Intent
we're no
to
longer
bring it out, maybe.
in Kansas. So
We're not
Kansas
no longer in
was something-
Kansas. You
Kansas
can't
T&W
was G-
says-
geo blocked for color.
T&W says the
Daughter
daughter's
Judy.
name was Judy.
Rat Patrol was
Oh,
my
Doris
favorite.
Judy.
Oh, I'm trying to sing that to us.
Astro.
Rat Patrol.
Well
That
done.
was a good
Astro,
one, too.
Astro. That's
Astro.
it. Da-da. Look at that. Gandalf. We got the Scarecrow.
Got everybody.
Tin Man. Cowardly
God,
Lion. That is
God bless
such
the
an
Wizard
awesome-
of Oz.
Yeah.
Amen.
Interesting fact about the Rat Patrol. The Americans were never in that theatre.
We're never in
This is
that
a-
on that. Yeah.
No, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
Okay, finish.
What line?
It was
comes
the
from-
British SAS were running around in Land Rovers with machine guns, not Jeeps and 50
Here,
cars.
does anybody answer this without Google?
My hands are here. Hands on
What
the
line
table.
comes after this? Let's ride with the family down the street.
Oh, God knows.
You got me.
Got
If it
me.
was during the 70s, I was
Oh,
I was
man,
heavily
it's-
into
it's-
drugs.
It's a Flintstones reference. Something about Fred's big feet.
Oh yeah, it is, huh?
Ah, bang.
Let's ride with the family down the street.
Bang.
Something
It's the
something
Flintstones.
complimentary of Fred's big feet.
Oh, dude, you are
Well
good.
done, Jake.
Well
Well done.
done. Through the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet. Oh man.
Maybe.
All
Okay.
of the other ones, there was the ones that were in color
Trivia night.
that I barely vaguely remember was the Brady Bunch, and the other one was Happy
Partridge
Days.
Family.
I
This
watched.
whole
We would
screen
yeah,
is like a
Partridge
dysfunctional
Family.
Brady Bunch.
The Monkeys.
It
Did
is. We
anybody
need
watch
one
the
more on
Monkeys?
the panel.
I
Yeah,
watched the
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
Somebody.
I like the Monkeys.
Daughter Judy. Yeah, that's
I
right.
think there's only
Rose
one
and
left
Judy.
now, right? Mickey Dolan, the only one alive, or
Mickey's
it-
Mickey's the only one left.
only
Yes,
one? Yeah.
I was
Partridge
That
family.
scares the living crap out of me. All these people that are dying are my age, or a little bit older. I was really surprised when they said that, what's her name just passed away? God, my mind. From MASH, Hot Lips Houlihan, the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
she died.
What
huh?
was, what's her
Yeah,
name?
she
A
was
good-looking woman.
80
Loretta
I think.
Lynn?
Yeah, she was 80 something. I'm going,
Sweet.
wow.
No,
Loretta-
not Loretta
Swit.
Lynn.
No,
Swit.
Loretta.
Swit.
Yeah.
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 It was
She was good. I
Loretta
liked her.
something.
She did great. Good
Morning,
morning,
Robert.
Robert Mack. Good morning, Soy. Or morning, or
Mac,
good
yeah.
afternoon, or good evening night. Robert Mack.
Morning,
hi,
Mr.
his
Mack.
brother Mitch. But yeah, I don't
Sally
know. God,
Kellerman.
the movies.
Sally Kellerman, 84. You see, I even got her name wrong.
Sally Kellerman.
Yeah. Hot
I
Lips
thought it was
Houlihan.
But
No,
she
that
was
was
in
in
the
the movie.
movie.
That was in the series.
In the movie.
The movie was Loretta Swit.
Yes. No,
Right. The
the
movie
other way
was.
around, I think, isn't it?
Say what?
No,
Wasn't Kellerman in the movie and Loretta Swift was in the TV show?
no, I don't
Yes.
think so.
I think
Is
that's
it?
what it was.
I don't know. Somebody'll enlighten us. They'll hit Google up.
I honestly
Give me
wasn't that
Ginger.
big
Yeah,
of a
Gilligan's
fan.
Island. Yeah, you bet.
Well,
Sit
that's-
back and we'll tell you
I
a tale
still
of a
sometimes
fateful
Yeah,
feel
tale.
that
Loretta
out there,
Swit
a lot
That
of
was
started
people
from the
Margaret
strong
Houlihan.
port upon this mighty ship.
Yeah.
The
Loretta
mate was
Swit.
mighty sailing man.
Played on the series.
I had a buddy of mine who
Just came in.
was
neighbors.
renting a condo in Waikiki. It was the exact view of the Honolulu Marina that was when the Gilligan's Island intro sailed out. It was really incredible.
She's thinking about
We
no.
could sit up on his balcony and look down. It was the exact same scene. It was really cool.
Hey, James. Yeah, I've had, since I was 18 and 19, I've had surgeries on my meniscus. I had the ACL done on my left. They're junk. They're like bone on bone now. They were supposed to be replaced 15 years ago, and I kind of sidestepped it. So I'm trying to find out whether my being on my wife's insurance policy, if they accept, like in the United States, if I marry somebody, they have to take her in my insurance no matter what her pre-existing conditions are, but I don't know the way it is here. So if I want to have it done here, because I don't want to go back and have to be recover and have to be away from my wife for 2 months or something, and I got to have them both done. So
One
I've
way
been
or
gone for
another,
a long
Dave,
time.
you need to have them done this year, man.
Yeah, I think so too. I need to. It's getting to the point now where I'm. It's starting to impede on my mobility, being able to move up and down stairs, and
I
it's
was going to
more.
say, don't you have to walk up and down the stairs every day in the house?
Yeah, no, not too much, not too bad. But what the worst part is going down, believe it or not, and they don't feel as stable as they should, of course. And I don't. I'm old enough now. I'm afraid if I hit the ground, I'm going to break a hip or something stupid. Because I remember hearing that when I was a kid. Your grandmother fell and broke her hip. And all that crap.
Well, we
I don't
don't
want to
need
be
that.
one of those. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those. All right, Gary's saying my favorite was look up in a bird or plane. Superman. Yeah. Now that I remember being in black and white with
Black and
Reeves.
white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Reeves it was.
Yeah.
I think.
That's a nice lounge room you got there, bro.
Yes,
Hey, Robert.
I kind of like it.
Got a better
does
view
look
than what
nice.
I've got here. Just a blank
I
wall.
need to get it done, Robert. You're right. Will you take the pain for me for the first 3 weeks, and then I'll take over.
Fantasy Island.
The plane, the plane, the plane.
Yeah,
Don't make
Fantasy
fun
Island.
of short people.
I used to watch
I'm here.
And what was
still.
the other
Remember
one?
that.
What was the one with the Love Boat? The Love Boat.
Oh,
Was,
Captain
I-
Stubing.
Yeah,
The
Stubing.
love-
Fighting and come aboard.
That was good. I just started.
We're expecting.
Me and my wife years and years ago watched that, and the other, I don't know, maybe a year ago or something, I started binge watching old
Right on, Robert Mack,
Love
my
Boat
brother.
deals.
It's the Love Boat's about the only show that you can watch on my AIS smart box that's in English.
Oh yeah.
They've got a constant Love Boat series
So-
running around.
Okay, MASH question. Back to MASH.
Hold
Okay.
on, time out. We're on Love Boat. I got to tell you
Oh,
something.
let's finish Love Boat.
Before the Love Boat, the Pacific Princess was sold into private practice on the second to the last cruise that the ship actually had. My wife and I were on it. And what was really cool was we got all the pictures and all the places. This was about 2003. On the staircase and in the different clubs and everything, and it was a really cool experience because you could look at the Love Boat, the TV show, and go, yeah, I basically, we were there, we lived it, and it was really cool. So anyways, go ahead,
I
Mitch.
liked it.
I can't. That's tough to follow, man. Anyway, MASH.
Yes.
Who played in both the movie and the series? What actor or actors?
Did
Was
Radar?
it
Radar.
was it
Radar?
Frank Burns? Radar.
Radar.
is one. Not
Gary.
Frank.
No. All right.
And it wasn't
Gary
Radar.
Berghoff is Radar. Yeah, Radar's one of them. So that
Okay.
means there's another one.
Well, let's see,
Timothy
it was-
Brown,
Who's
Corporal
that?
Judson.
Corporal Judson. I don't even know who that was.
That's yeah. He wasn't in it for very long, but he was
Very
there.
long. I remember Radar was. That was amazing when they went from that.
It went
movie,
over
'cause
my
when-
head when I read it too. I was like, wait a minute.
What I was gonna pull something up. Superman. Gary says 104 episodes, and
Wild
about
Wild
half
West,
were
that
made
was
in.
fun. That was fun.
Yeah, Wild Wild Wild. Let's see, Radar. Everybody said Radar.
No, the 70s
They're a little
adult
bit of
film
a blur.
I'm talking about, Dave.
What's that? Adult film? You know what you guys got to realize too? During the 70s and the 80s, the porno capital of the world was the San Fernando Valley. That's where I grew up. That's where they did all the filming, all the hardcore porn movies were made right in the valley that I grew up in.
So are you telling us that there's some things out there that you're not overly proud of? What?
Well, no, never was in any. I'd be honest about that. But had seen a couple of them filmed. It was kind of weird. I'd have to explain another time that isn't a kid-friendly show.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll do it maybe on a line chat or something.
But you know what I was going to say about? That was the one. To some of the older ones. What was the name of that? The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. I watched. I remember that. But that one, Robert Wagner and his wife were. God, what was the name of that movie?
They were detectives.
What was it called?
They were detectives.
Yeah. And the reason that I'm bringing up Wagner is I was around a lot of people when I was younger that had, well, not a lot, but a few people that had a lot of money. And when Natalie Wood drowned off of the Splendor 75-foot sports fisher that they had in Catalina, right off of Catalina, that was in my backyard. Wagner gave the Splendor to the Boy Scouts, and a buddy of mine bought it from the Boy Scouts.
I remember.
And then we
you
took
saying
a
that,
trip.
David.
We took a trip down to Mexico,
Wow.
to Ensenada, and had the bottom redone and everything on the boat. But the reason that I'm saying that is because I guess there was some actress or something here in Thailand that just drowned or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they were,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watermelon.
and it brought it up the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was
Ding
talking to because it was weird because we were all drunks. I mean, I was on my way to being a good drunk. I was like 25 or something, 30. But anyway, we went down there and just partied in Mexico. You can imagine what that was like, 6 or 7, 30-year-old boys from Southern California down at Ensenada having a good time. That'll be another story. Maybe I should start another channel, the adult version of Got to Love Thailand. But it was weird because as we were drinking, we were waiting to see Natalie Wood, ghost walking around the boat. In Australia, the porn capital is the center of what now? What did Gary say? The center of government. It was weird, man. The whole one area of the San Fernando Valley, that's all they did. I mean, that's where the big ones came. Like if there, and I didn't know any of the names of them, but the big ones, they were all from there. Uh-oh, his router went out, Mitch's?
They had a power spike.
Who met Bill Murray? Joe?
Joe.
Met Bill Murray when they were making strats. Oh, really?
I met Graham Kennedy making the killing fields in Phuket.
Oh, really?
Mark will know the reference to Graham Kennedy.
Yeah. I met Dave and Mr. Mitch and Tom.
You're
I
lucky.
can't complete that.
Oh, crap.
That's my claim to fame. There's my 15 minutes.
I think your biggest claim to fame too was when you first got here and was with Mitch and rolled over to with NDI and all them boys, right?
No, my biggest claim to fame was guest starring on Richard Travel Show.
Okay. You know, I almost sent him a link to come on. I'm hoping he's getting maybe Tommy J knows. I don't think he went on 30 and wake ups, so I'm hoping he's getting ramped up and going to come back on. I really like that guy. No doubt, I've made it pretty clear that I like Richard. So, but hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he does.
Now, I've got to thank Tommy J for that, for setting that up.
Yeah, you know, and I tried to go. Mitch is back. There we go.
Oh,
you got a new
there
router?
it is.
First day with real Wi-Fi and the freaking power source.
You're on real Wi-Fi now?
I've got 4 different streams running, a whole bunch of different pages going, and I'm just doing it so I can test my system. And the
so
freaking power decides to go.
Yeah, well, the power, you're not going to have any control over that.
Oh, I do. I have the power. No.
You need a backup.
Expat Pete.
Hey, how you doing, Expat Pete? That's
Pete,
Mitch's
how you
buddy.
doing?
Jay East. Yeah, we do need him back on the air.
Yeah, we do. I agree. Hey, how you doing, Jace?
I hope that's not my house.
Who's building a boat? Is that Brock?
Well, I want to see it. That would help content. That would.
Is the wife beating the hell out of tomatoes for tomato sauce, or what's she doing?
Killing a chopping board.
Tell me, Brock, is she on the floor with a metal and with a mortar and pestle making somtam? Because I hear that regularly every night in my house.
No somtam.
Actually, that's my next video, Mark. Although she didn't take it down to the floor. She kept it on the counter.
Oh, do they?
For the next one, somtam aloy.
Bang, 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 bang.
Pak. Papia pop pop.
2 chili for me, 5 chili for her.
Yeah, 2 for me.
And is that exactly how many chilies they?
9.
Is that how many chilies they actually put in it?
Yeah, so she'll make 2. She'll make me a 2 chili, 2.5 chili, and she'll make herself a 5 chili until the sweat's just pouring.
My wife made like a 9 chili for herself. It's okay. I mean,
my mother-in-law makes me the lamu that she makes special without a lot of fish sauce, more manao, not as much soy sauce, low sodium type stuff, and she puts at least, I'm going to say 5 or 6 chilies in that portion that I have. That's this big, you know.
If I ate what tonight, I would have giant flames shooting out of my backside.
The papaya salad is my wife's favorite. Every time that I ask her what does she want, she says papaya salad.
Yeah.
And she sits down and eats it with all the kids.
It's a staple here.
That's their favorite.
I had pad kapow yesterday for lunch. 2 chilies in it was just enough, just to start to make your lips a little bit numb. But God,
my head sweats so much now, and I don't have any hair, so it doesn't soak up into the hair. It just rolls off of me, and I just keep going. My wife and the kids are laughing like hell. They love to see me sweat profusely. But when I first got here, I couldn't even eat papaya salad, regardless of how many chili. Oh, well, it was probably a lot. Here, taste this. I tasted that, and I was on fire. And I never tried it again until after I was here for a year and a half, and now I can do it. But it's just not my favorite.
I'll be back in a minute or two. See you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
My father-in-law just called my name out. He must have. I gave him 8 when I went to the 10-inch Amazon pad deal. I had an 8-inch, and I gave it to him because he was looking at a little phone about this big with a cracked screen. That's how he watched YouTube. So I gave him that, and I gave him the round Bluetooth speakers. JBL type deals, and so that he could hear because he's 75, and he every time he has trouble he calls that. I hear that say, "Hello, hello." His pad must have went down. He loves that thing. He loves it.
Did we lose Dave?
Does it have
or is
papaya? Yeah. Did we lose who?
Okay.
No, we haven't
What
lost Dave.
No, no.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I saw it. Did I see T in here a long time ago too? I didn't say hi to him.
Yes. Yeah. T was in.
Hi T and
Probably
dear,
still
if you're
here.
still here. Yeah, if you're still here, how you doing? I'm trying to catch up on everything. Well, let's see what Jay says. Went to the night market once in Ubon. Saw the locals crying because the Santon stand was too spicy for even them. Well, Ubon is probably one of the. That's a Nissan. It's totally different. When I first came here. I was 8 months in Phuket, and when I came from Phuket to Surin in Isan, it was like two different countries. The food was from here to here with the heat level, and I like hot. I've always liked jalapeno and stuff like that, and habaneros, and I like it on the spicy side. But boy, I wasn't prepared for that first time I tasted papaya salad. I'll tell you. Dave, does your father-in-law?
Different
No,
chilies.
he does. When he watches, they all sat in the living room after I did the video on the tables and the stuff for the kids, and because he was in it. But he watches. My wife will put it on in the living room, and the kids and whoever's here, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they'll watch it. Otherwise, they don't know what we're saying when we're here. Neither one of them speak any English. My father-in-law can now say hello, and I think he says hello for morning too. Good morning too. So yeah, just about hello. That like my extent of my Thai, which is horrible, but
Pretty much, Sanderman, yes.
yes, yeah, it's weird because tom
Yes.
yum is the soup, and
Tom Yum.
right?
Yeah.
Tom yum
Yeah.
is the soup, and some tom is papaya salad. I think.
Yeah.
Somebody can correct
Yep.
me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
Question
sometimes
for you Thai guys. Have you ever eaten the green mango, the real sour one?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have. With
with
chili
brine
dip.
shrimp.
Yeah.
The kids like that. It's almost like a delicacy to the. I should say delicate. They don't get it very often. Same thing like with durian. When durian comes in season,
With,
the kids want everything.
moderate green mango.
Beautifully Beautifully
no, no.
different vibe. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Jace, definitely. But I don't know. I like the spicy. So, in fact, when I get like I had the other day, I'll tell you what my other favorite is Masiman. You taking off, Mark? Is he going?
Love Matzaman.
Gotta go.
All right.
Oh,
See you, Mark. Take care.
I guess he's got to go.
because he went.
He went.
I hate long goodbyes, and Mark knows that.
That was not a long goodbye, right? That was like, see ya. Holy shit. Hey guys,
That's probably
Jay,
right.
I concur. Jay East, beautiful Isan, totally different.
Yeah, it is,
World
and I
and
enjoyed
totally
driving around
different.
Phuket. Don't get me wrong, and I love the ocean, but there is a special beauty to the driving across Isan. I mean, riding across, and I got to enjoy it quite a bit, especially on the motorcycle trip.
Oh, good.
I like the
One-liners
Masiman.
are good today. Love me some Masaman, not to
Yeah.
be confused with Mama-san.
Exactly. But what it was is they, to tell you the truth, the best that I had some pretty good. There's a place that's close to my wife's work that rivals the stuff that I got in Kamala and in Phuket, because I want to say Phuket is half Muslim. I'm guessing. I had to
Partially,
listen to
anyway.
that music. What's that?
partially.
Yeah, I want to say it's
Partially.
almost half.
It's majority Muslim.
Yeah, it seemed like it to me because what else it was
one.
I had those frickin' speakers going off at 5 o'clock in the morning. Nothing
yeah.
against their religion or anything. Well, actually, I do. I mean, I don't believe in a lot of their stuff, but boy, that thing would go
I don't
off.
like
I don't miss that
speakers
at
blaring at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't miss that at all.
Set your alarm
moving
accordingly, please.
Yeah, I didn't miss. Hey, T, what did she say? But the Masiman I do like. I do like a lot of their cooking, and because the reason that I say 50% is the whole time that I was in Phuket. If you went to one of the markets, the open markets, the outdoor markets, whatever it was, about half of them were Muslim. So I'm just judging it off of that, and besides the speakers every 10 feet around, especially Kamala, there was a bunch. All right, I'm going to. What time? How much we got? Almost an hour and a half. I think I'm going to end the live stream and go see what help my father-in-law. He's panicking right now. He can't watch. He can't watch YouTube, so he's starting to lose it. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. Mitch, Brock, Jake, everybody that's in the chat. I can go through a million of them, but. Basically, everybody.
Dave, I want to say thanks to anybody and everybody who gave me a little bit of support on the initial post on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much, and thank you to you, Dave, for kind of showcasing that on the up front. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you.
All right, brothers and sisters. I will catch you all on the next one. Take it easy.
Adios.